Hello, it's Kenny Belflotto at SimTech, and I'm going to show you how we can take a Rhino file, import it, and cut it with Solid-CIM. So in AutoCAD, you type import, and you can import different kinds of files here, including Rhino. I've got a cash wrap model from a customer. We can import that. That flashes down here. Takes a couple seconds. You pick this, and there you have your model on the screen. So we can do a save. And we'll save this to a location, our choice. And then these models come in as 3D solids. You can name the parts and put label information on them right here. If you don't do that, then it'll just use the original part name and start numbering things, right? So I see this has got quite a bit of stuff on here. I don't know if we want to cut all of that. Let's look at it from the top view. And let me erase that stuff if I can. Okay, so I just get rid of some of the lettering and things. I think that'll just take extra time. So we'll go back to the model. You've got your Solid-CIM settings, and you can ignore things smaller than 4 inches. That's like a little cube. That would get rid of nuts and bolts and pins and dowels and things. Thinner than this, thicker than this. What it'll do is it'll make drawings or DXFs or both, and you can put geometry on different layers. So a hole in a panel is going to be a circle and layer hole. You can choose the colors and the layer names for all these different features. It's just this one button pick, select solid, put a window around it all. There's 256 parts in this job. Now, if there was copies of parts, you'd get quantity, 2 of these, 3 of those, 4 of those. This is doing what's called automatic feature recognition, and it's taking the models and it's preparing them for cutting in Router-CIM by putting geometry on different layers and applying the thickness for the depth of cut. So this takes a few seconds to do this automatic feature recognition, and then it'll output a CSV or an Excel spreadsheet that has all the parts and their materials and their quantities. Now, if you model in AutoCAD 3D or Inventor or SolidWorks or Solid Edge, then we also get the name of the part and the material. So here's an export button. This will create a CSV file. That is the cut list. That's got the name, material, and quantity of all the parts. And because they did not have a material specified, they're just going to call them out by thickness. Okay, so here you've got the cut list. You've got the name of the part. There's the material. There's the quantity. So it did see 12 of these parts, 4 of these, 18 of those, right? You got different materials. There's 101 parts with these different quantities. Most are on 3/4, some are in 1/4 inch, some are in half. There's the panel dimensions. That's the minimum size panel to cut these parts. And you could also do a lay flat button on here. This will lay them out flat. You can do an expand, which does like an exploded view as well. That's really cool to see that. Shows an exploded view, how to assemble the product. But there's all the parts laid flat, and they are still 3D solids. And you can see some stuff that was ignored. It put they're too thin or too small. But there's the feature recognition. That's what saves the most amount of time. If I erase the solid, for example, here put something on layer pocket cut and it has the depth and it's extended past the edge of the part. This is on layer cutout. It has the depth. We can round the layer name, but it will use the depth that you drew it at right here. That's what the automatic feature recognition does. Notice it extends all the dados past the edge of the part. There's extensions for those. Here's a circle, a cutout object, pockets. It does quite a bit for these models, okay? There again, you can see how the pocketing takes place and how it extends all those. So at this point, it exported all those. You could pick right from, to cut them with Router-CIM now, you right-click on that CSV and pick Cut with Router-CIM. That's it. It's one button to import the model into AutoCAD. It's another button to do the automatic feature recognition. And then it's a button to cut and nest the parts with Router-SIM. So it takes your models. I'd love to show this to you with your own model so you can see how it works. But now each part's going to process. I have a knowledge to layer association for all those different layers. This will take a couple seconds as it pops up each part on the screen and nests them out on those different materials. There was a layer inside, a layer cutout, layer pockets. These are all being programmed automatically. Now, this is how your existing Router-SIM works. So if you like, you can watch this for a few minutes or just fast forward the video till you see the nesting pop up. this process finished, and I've got my individual nest drawings of each sheet. Now in this example, I did use a different type of nesting engine, but we get some great results here. You've got all your individual nests laid out with the parts and the toolpaths on them. So give us a call if you want to take a look at how the Solid-CIM works on your own models and assemblies. That's our Solid-CIM program from SimTech. You can find it on our webpage, sim-tech, and the product is called Solid-CIM. Send me one of your own files. I can show you how it works with your own files. Thanks.